Hi, I'm knitwear designer Karina Spencer, and these are my new opposite day hat and cowl patterns. Both the hat and the cowl have an all-over slip stitch colorwork pattern. Directions are provided to work the stitch pattern with stripes or without, creating two very different effects. The gray and yellow sample uses only slip stitches for colorwork, meaning you're only ever working with one color at a time, and the teal and green sample has just one stranded round every fourth round, making it an easy introduction to stranded knitting for a beginner. The pattern instructions indicate to work the main stitch pattern with a cable needle, but there are actually a couple different ways to work these stitches without a cable needle, and I thought I'd show you how. Slip 2 to the cable needle and hold to the back, knit 1, and then knit 2 from the cable needle. And so you've crossed 1 over 2 to the right. If you ever have worked cable stitches without a cable needle before, this might be the way that you learned. Insert the tip of the right needle into the third stitch. Slip the left needle out of all 3 stitches and back into stitches 1 and 2, and then transfer the third stitch back onto the left needle in the first place here. And then you knit on 1. Some people don't like taking the left needle out of those 2 stitches, fearing that they're going to lose those stitches, which does happen sometimes. So this is one way that I like to do it. I knit into the stitch that I want to cross over the other 2, leaving all 3 stitches on the left needle here. Knit into this one, and then I usually adjust my tension here a little bit, give it a little tug, and then you just knit these first 2 stitches normally, and when you knit that second stitch and drop it off the left needle, you also drop the cabled stitch, the crossed stitch, off of the needle as well. I'll show you that one more time too. Come up to where you're going to work the cross, knit into the third stitch, adjust your tension, knit into the first and second stitches, and drop the second stitch and the crossed stitch off the needle. You slip 1 to the cable needle and hold to the front, knit 2, and then knit 1 from the cable needle. You're going to insert the tip of your right needle into the back of stitches 2 and 3 on the left needle. Just like that, so you've got your right needle in the back of stitches 2 and 3. And just like with the right cross, we're going to slip the left needle out of all 3, and this time you're going to slip the left needle back into the stitch that you want to cross, like this, and then you will transfer these 2 stitches back onto the left needle. So now you have your left cross, and you just knit all 3 stitches normally. Now I'm going to show you my favorite way to do this one. It's quick, but it has some risks. So here we go. This is what I do. I just flip the stitch right off the needle, knit the next 2, pick it back up, and knit it, and then you have your left cross. I'll show you that one more time. You work up to the place where you need to make the cable stitch, knock that guy off the left needle, work the next 2 stitches, and pick it up and knit it. The risk with this one is that you could get this stitch twisted. So when you pop it off like that, when you go to pick it back up, if you don't pick it up the right direction, you can end up with a twisted stitch. So I will show you what happens there. So pop that guy off, knit 2. If I picked it back up, let's say it got looped around and I picked it back up backwards like this. If I went to knit into it, it would be twisted right there. There's a couple different ways you can handle that. You can just be really, really careful to pick it back up the right direction. Or if you notice that you picked it up twisted, you can just knit into the back of it and make sure that when you pull your stitches flat like this on the needle, that the yarn in the loop, they're next to each other, not crossing over each other right here. So that's a possibility of something that can go wrong when you do it this way. But I find that it's a quick and easy way to work this 1/2 right cable without having to use a cable needle, and I don't run into problems with it. So I thought it was worth sharing that method. And that's all I've got. I hope that these tips were really helpful to you, and I can't wait to see your projects. Thanks.